right, so let's look at the daily charts here now. After the unemployment report is out, a lot of volatility. We make new yearly highs on the S&P, but we're pulling back in now into yesterday's range. And again, these sixes are going to be a really important area for us this morning to see whether or not this whole thing, as we've been talking about, the potential for this to be a failed breakout on the top side. If in fact it gets pulled back into the balance area and we start closing again back inside of the 98 level, this will push us right straight through that range. So, this morning where are we at right now? We're at 30.05 and a quarter. You could see where this volume, this was all out of that distribution volume that was occurring over the last few sessions in this market. And again, we make a new yearly high, but the question is can it be sustained here? And whether or not we'll get a shot on the short side this morning will be another question too. We may have to take it even pre-market before we get to the 930 area. If we see, I've got supply showing up at sixes. That's why I'm saying sixes here intraday are an important area for us on this ES market. So if that can, we can get a little bounce back to that, roll over, we'll take it on the short side back through, because I still think, again, the number was not favorable, but they're blaming the weather and stuff for the number. But again, is that true, or is it just looking for excuses again? So what we'll look for this morning is an opportunity here to take this thing on a bounce, preferably right in that 6 area, because that was those prior reference areas right here on the daily. And once it breaks back inside of here, these 98s, I don't think that tail even from yesterday will hold us. I'm still looking at a target objective of 82s. That would be our first short-term target objective, because that would be that gap fill from would be Tuesday morning when we gapped open. So Tuesday filling this gap down at the 82 area, that would be our objective in any trade today. And I think it could get enough momentum to roll back down to that side for sure today. All right. All right, so here's the NASDAQ. You can see this big, huge topping tail. Again, that's going to look kind of funny if we close like that at the end of the day. It'll just say that price was rejected on those new highs. Completely was, supply came into it. How we close today will mean everything for this market. Again, we've tried to go higher several times. And again, we were looking for new highs earlier this week, and we got them. And here they are this morning. So the question is can we continue here after the unemployment report? I would still be looking for shorting this, because we're not even pre-market. We're not outside of the 2330s, which were those prior pivot highs. It was also that naked point of control up on the daily. I've got volume pivots going off at 2850. Yeah, that's the right number. So we need to look to see if we can get a bounce to 2850 area in order to go ahead and short that. Now, once that gets into play, we look at the POC from yesterday, which is 17s, and this one still has the same issue as the S&P, 84s for a potential gap fill play all the way back through this range. And again, as we've been talking for some times now, if these highs cannot get going here and put us into new stage one, we will get a vertical move down through the bottom of this box. This thing will go out the other end of it. All right, and value will be. We'll be looking for a new value area, probably down here at this 2214 area. It's about 100 and some points for the NASDAQ here. All right, next time through these levels, it'll just go through it. Okay, so that's the NASDAQ. So again, the objective this morning would be we're going to look for those 23, 28s, the to 30 area. If we get supply coming in there, we take it short. First objectives would be back to settlement 21s and then 17s of point of control. After that, it's kind of a free-for-all, if you will, all the way back down to wherever we're end up here for the day. The euro continues its slide underneath the point of control from January. Yesterday we stopped, and in the overnight session we had volume building at the 3626 area, where actually the value area for the week had shifted to 3625. It's a huge volume. You can actually see it over here on the right hand side of the screen also. Now we've taken out, the only thing we really have here are these prior pivot lows. We may say if for some reason this actually ends up holding right here, this could be the bottom of the unfair low territory of these 35.75s. I've got some small short-term demand actually stepping in here at 35.79 here at 9:05 in the morning. So they're building out this node here intraday, short-term if you will. Here it is on the 5-minute chart. look at the volume here. Okay, where's all the volume going off for this move? It's down here at these lows. So they're trying to hold it here. They're trying to actually hold it here, and value is going to be scooped up here in a moment. And like I said, I've got demand that has stepped in. They were buying it earlier, and they got a lot of people washed out on stop. So this could, in fact, turn into be the unfair low territory here of the bottom of this box. Only time will tell. All right. This would be the new value area, if you will, and we could auction back and forth in this range to build some of this out, because there's a lot of pockets, if you will, that we came down yesterday. As a matter of fact, it was very clean. So 60s, 65, we immediately hit that on the number and actually got over that, which, you know, that should have been triggered because of that being the high volume node from where that was. So let's see here. I just got the alert on that. Yeah. So it's definitely got another, you know, again, demand box stepping in down here at the low. So we'll keep an eye on the euro today. If this holds, maybe we'll do something with it, because these guys are more than likely knocked out now, and price action would go right straight back through it because a lot of that supply has already been dealt with. So we'll see what happens. They balanced this thing quite a long time in the London session too, because we were sitting there for a long time. All right, for a very long time. So everybody have a good trading day, and again, look for those opportunities at the extremes. And if you haven't been into Beyond Profile Trading Room yet, please be sure to sign up for a free trial. We'd be more than welcome to welcome you into our community. Have a good trading day, everyone.